Okay, guys, let's take a look. Here we have an exercise for vocabulary, how to raise your vocabulary. This is from my IELTS Writing Prep blog. Raise your mark for LR. Okay, this is a technique that you can use to practice and bring up your lexical resource. For this, all you'd need some questions, so you can gather questions. Could be task 1 or task 2. Okay, so that's the first step. So you get all the questions. There's no time limit for this. You can, use as much time as you want. And the goal is for you to be able to raise your vocabulary, but not just raise your vocabulary. Okay, to be able to practice and to make yourself able to recall the vocabulary that you need. Okay, I'm sure this is true. What happens is sometimes you read an essay and you see some beautiful vocabulary and you're just like, wow, that's so nice. I wish I could write like that. Look at all that beautiful vocabulary. And you'd be like, it's a shame because I know all these words. Why, when I'm writing, don't I find these words? I don't know why I can't think of that word when I'm writing. So it happens to me sometimes. I look at these band 9 essays, and even some of our students, some of the really good ones, like we had from the previous course, we had Enkit here, and he had used some lovely vocabulary. I knew all the words, but sometimes when you're writing yourself, you just, it's like you cannot access the words that are in your brain. Okay, they are there in your brain, but it's like, something that's totally dead. You just cannot recall all of this vocabulary. And that, can be frustrating for the students. And sometimes students, they panic and they start writing without having, the vocabulary that they need for the task. Okay, so the goal here is that we raise our vocabulary and we increase the speed at which we can recall all the vocabulary that we know. This is something that I learned actually by accident. And I was teaching students how to write introductions. So before we write the introduction, we would take the background statement and we start to brainstorm as many words as we can for it. And I would, prepare words for the students. And when I was doing this, I started off really slow, and it was difficult for me to think of all these words. I'm like, wow, I can't think of anything for that. Can't think of anything for that. I'll take some time actually to think of, like synonyms and stuff. And what happened is, as I moved on with the next introduction and the next introduction, like, oh, I know that word. Oh, this is a synonym for that. That's a synonym for that. I was able to list words for the words in the background statement. And I found that, the more I did this, the quicker I could think of words. And as we know, for task 2, sometimes we have difficulty and we don't know, and we don't have, enough time to finish. It's like, as you saw, some of the students, it's like 43 minutes. I took 44 minutes. I took 50 minutes. Some students even taken 60 minutes. I think we have Munir here taking 60 minutes. So, we have, students taking different amounts of time. Some of them are taking too much time. So what we want to do is to be able to brainstorm the vocabulary really quickly. And this will save us part of the time, because we know one part of the writing is the vocabulary. Okay, so we do have the grammar, yes. And we do have the ideas and the planning and stuff like that. But lexical resource is one part. And I watch you guys because I give a lot of mock exams. Okay, I don't anymore. I teach in person, but I used to give a lot of mock exams, and I sit down and I watch the students write, and I see them just sitting down, without, their pen moving, and they're just sitting down and they're thinking for words, and words that they actually know, but they just cannot access. Okay, so it's one thing to have all that vocabulary in your brain, but if you don't have access to it, what's the point? It's useless. Yeah, so what we want is vocabulary that we can access really quickly, and this technique is something that helps us to really speed up and get that vocabulary. And I promise you, anyone that practices this technique will thank me. Okay, and will pray for me. Yeah, I pray for teacher Safwan, that he's so successful in life. Yeah, because I know that it works. I know it works. So you guys, if you do it constantly the way I want you to do it, you guys are going to find that you're saving time and you're thinking of lots of more words. Okay. So we get the questions. It could be task 1, it could be task 2. You know, it doesn't make a difference. You know, you could use anything from Cambridge 1 to 13. You know, whether it's general, academic, it doesn't matter. Okay. Step 3. We're going to brainstorm as many synonyms as we can for the words in the question. Okay. And then we're not just looking for singular words. We're looking, we could also look for phrases. We could take a full phrase and we could replace it by another phrase that has the same meaning. So sometimes a student just thinks, oh, I just have to use just word for word. I have to replace it word for word. When that's not true, you could take a full phrase and you could change it. You know, but as long as we keep the meaning the same, and that's the goal. So then we want to list as many forms of the word that we can. Okay, so if we have like the word choice, we could use the word choose, yeah, and so on. So you want to take the word and think, can I think of a verb? Can I think of a noun? Can I think of an adjective? Can I think of whatever? And what that helps you do is, if you want to rephrase it, you could rephrase it maybe using a verb and a noun and so on. Yeah. So choose could be, you know, you make a choice. So you see now we've changed it here, yeah. And okay, so we want to choose as many words, you know, brainstorm as many words as we can, brainstorm as many phrases as we can, brainstorm as many verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs as we can for the word. List them all out, okay? Then let's get out the dictionaries, okay? Some of you might say, the real exam, we don't have dictionaries. Yeah, that's not the goal. The goal is just for us to be able to practice recalling as much, you know, as many words as we can, right? So we're going to get that dictionary out. Could be something like, you know, I have this. I have my Oxford Concise, and I have my Cambridge somewhere. I don't know where it is. Probably on the desktop. And I have my Cambridge. And what you could do is you could type in the words. Also, you can do it online. I think there's a synonym. I think there's a synonym dictionary out there. So you could put like choose synonyms or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Choose synonyms, antonyms, and so on. Yeah. I think there's a dictionary online for synonyms. Yeah. Where is it? Oxford synonyms. Choose. Okay. Let's see what's there. Yeah. Choose synonyms. What do we have? Okay, so maybe you could choose something from here. Maybe favor. Of course, not everything is suitable. So you have to choose the things that are suitable for the word that you're. Okay. Choose. Make a choice. Make a decision. Make up your mind. Maybe opt for. See fit. So there are lots of stuff that you could do. Now. There is a rule though, when we use the dictionary, we only write down the words that we know are suitable. So you don't write down a word that you don't know, because if you do, you might be using a word that's not suitable for a specific context, okay? So that's important. We don't want to write words that are not suitable, that are strange, that shouldn't be in a specific place. So yeah, so let's get the dictionary out, let's write synonyms and so on. I think I have Cambridge somewhere. Do I have Cambridge? Cambridge. Where is Cambridge? It is somewhere. By the way, this represents my life here. I do so much work and things get so chaotic, by the way, that's what happens. Okay. Don't follow me in that. So I can't find my Cambridge. Cambridge. Let's see. Can I find it? Cambridge? No. Okay, maybe it's in my other computer. I probably don't have it on this one. Anyway, let's get back there. So here we have synonyms. Select, pick out. We have go for. It's a bit informal, by the way, go for. maybe decide on. Wow. Okay, so we have some good stuff here, yeah. So we can use the dictionary as well, and let's start writing stuff down, yeah. Let's get everything written down and write down all the synonyms that we can. Let's get back. Okay. So write only the synonyms that you know can be used in the context. Avoid writing words that you don't know. Okay. Then we have step 6. Now that you have all the vocabulary and phrases, write the introduction for the question. So you have a lot of options. Write the introduction. Write a full introduction for the question, task 1, task 2, whatever it is. And then what I want you to do is maybe challenge yourself again. So you have a lot of vocabulary here. Hopefully you've collected a lot. Challenge yourself again to write the introduction again, but this time using a different phrasing, grammatical structure, and different words. Okay, try to make it different. Maybe you could even repeat that maybe once or twice, and then take a new question and work on it. So I'm 100% sure if you do this, like 1 question, 2 questions every day, that whenever you look at a question, you'll be able to automatically be like, wow, I know a word for that, I know a synonym for that, I know something for that. And you'll find that you can write introductions like really quickly, and you will benefit from it.